Oh, oh, I am a mommy. Okay, so now that that bit is all over and done with, I gotta tell you, I was told I had to do that. I am standing in for the Easter Bunny right now. I know you normally see me in October, but I standing in for the Easter Bunny because she had to go to the dentist, I believe, with the Tooth Fairy. Anyhow, I was here today and I was going to read you a little story about my friend, Christopher Pumpkin. I'm originally, by the way, from Luxor, Egypt, but I wound up somehow in Alabama. So here I am. Okay, I put my reading glasses on because I was getting a little bit elderly. So, on Snuggletooth Lane in Spooky and Spooksville was a dark, creepy castle perched high on a hill. Deep in that castle, by the glow of the fire, sat a wicked old witch with a burning desire to throw a huge party. The scariest yet, one of their friends would never forget. There's too much to do, it'll drive me berserk. Now who can I find that will do all the work? She looked all around, then what did she spy but a big pile of pumpkins she bought for a pie. They could be useful and scary as well. I'll bring them to life with the help of a spell. She was making an army and having a ball, and they sprang into life. She gave names to them all. Gnarly and Grizzly and Grunty and Roar, Snaggletooth, Stinkface, and maybe one more. The witch raised her wand for one final go. There were sparkles and glitter. Then her voice said, "Hello, I'm Christopher Pumpkin. I like all things fun. I'm so happy to be here. Group hug, everyone." He stretched out his arms and gave them a grin, and out shone the warmth and the kindness from within. "Oh no," screeched the witch, "what on earth did I make? You're supposed to be scary. I've made a mistake." "Now hang on a minute," said Christopher P. "I'm sure I'll fit in. Just you wait, and you'll see." "All right," snapped the witch, "as there's so much to do, but Christopher Pumpkin, I'll be watching you." "Now get on with your work and make decorations. I want horrible, ghastly, frightful creations." Did someone say decor? That's right up my street. Forget about tricks and prepare for a treat. There was lifting and shifting and huffing and grunting, but while others hung cobwebs, Chris hung up bunting. Then came along the witch, "Work hard at buffoons!" But instead of bat lanterns, Chris chose balloons. The horrified pumpkins all scowled away. They needed to find my party music to play. "My favorite music is howling and screaming," said Gnarly the pumpkin, his eyes gleaming. "I'm sorry," said Chris, "but that sounds bizarre. Let's all have a sing-song. I brought my guitar." Now for the food. It was time to begin, so they stood round the cauldron, tossing things in. Firstly, sorry, my glasses are steaming. Firstly, some earwax, then hair from a yeti, a poisonous bug, and some moldy spaghetti. The result was wrapped pizza all sprouting with hair, and stinky green cheese made old from underwear. Some hot-curried slugs, fried spicy snakes. Then in walked out Chris with some pink fairy cakes. "This just isn't working, I think you'll agree," said the witch as she glared down at Christopher P. "I've had quite enough. You're not quite part of this group. If you can't be scary, I'll turn you into soup." "You got till the morning. Have I made myself clear?" Poor Christopher nodded, frozen with fear. "I don't want to be soup or a pie or flan. I'll stay up all night and think of a plan. I'm Christopher Pumpkin. I like all things fun, but there must be a way. I can scare everyone." He walked through the night, never taking a break, but the clock it was ticking. Soon the witch would be awake. The morning arrived and the pumpkins all stared at Christopher's bed. "He's gone," they declared. "I suppose it's better that way. He went without fuss. There was really no chance he could ever scare us." Along came the witch. "Not out of my way! My guests are arriving, the party's today!" So poor Chris had vanished, or so it would seem. But then from outside came an almighty scream. "It's horrid! It's nasty! This just isn't fun! Please somebody stop him! I want my mommy! I'm right here." There were unicorns skipping, balloons on the door, pink fluffy kittens, and sparkle galore. There were marshmallow puffs piled up in mountains. Strawberry milkshake was squirting from fountains. I'm Christopher Pumpkin. I like all things fun. But before he could finish, the witch shouted, "Run!" Wait, don't you like it? Chris called with delight. Well, one thing's for sure. I scared them, all right. Night-night, sleep treat, my little pumpkins.